Greetings, Jedi traders. Hey, it's David from TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 25, day 3. It is Wednesday, summer solstice, summer beginning today. Hey guys, but it is Wednesday, June 21st, 2017, and as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, greetings, welcome guys. Welcome to the daily trend recap of the markets as I see them each day. Let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Actually, let's go ahead as we give the tag to the oil today. Big time slippage on the oil today. Slip away as we continue to be in this bearish trend downside, or downtrend, as I used to call it, instead of bullish versus bearish. Downtrend as it is. All right, so where'd we go today? Globex was a momentum drive that had dropped, and then pre-market several hours before had a nice pop to the upside, and lots of grind today. It seemed algos were out, nothing smooth like the last 2 days. So divergence at the open. You got the NQ upside, you got YM and ES downside. Who knew what was driving what, whether tech industry was driving up. Market breadth on the NQ was upside. All market internals on the NQ were upside, but YM and ES just could not get anything going, and that might have just held NQ down. But in the end, NQ by the MML levels, very nice move. Called out the 57.81.25 on the 10-minute chart here. I'll show you in a little bit. But ended up grinding its way. By trade management alone, it was not easy. So if you're that type of trader, able to hang on to those long stops on an intraday basis, you had a nice move today. Otherwise, you had to sit in almost at one point on a 20-point pullback. So not my cup of tea. Anyway, trend continued on the NQ, very deep pullbacks, but hit that bell, 57.81, as the ES ends up closing out, actually an downside open gap today. VIX closing out here at around 1075. Volume there on the numbers here, 1.36 million on the ES. Not a great day, but not too bad. Volume was still over a million shares. EIA crude, there's your numbers. Had a draw today. There you go, had a draw. Market drops down. So why even read the data anymore? Other than that, we had a divergence momentum on the markets today. So let's get right into the charts as we see them each day. Market internals, read it across the board. We have divergence. Looking for that balanced market profile or volume profile. 70% of today's range sitting in between 57, 76, and 44. A little bit of weak bottom here. Would have liked to seen. That's okay. Actually, if you see that short tail at the bottom on the single prints, you like to see the balance at the other side. Obviously, a little bit unbalanced on both ends here. So follow through tomorrow, repair this upper level here. Seen on the ES, what I said, downside. So yeah, big picture was today was taking a step back, taking a look at the charts and realizing that if you're able as an intraday trader to hang on to the long picture, hey, you had a great move today. Otherwise, looking for those small pockets, maybe scalps might have been the answer. But we have consolidation, slight uptrend today. But ES, we got a consistent downtrend, continuing to fill in the lower volume. As you can see here on Monday's price action, we had a weak downside move. So volume on the next day builds up some value there. The low prints from yesterday, we ended up building some volume in that section as well, and almost closing out the point of control from last week. All right, let's jump into daily gaps. How do we carry that information forward? Well, I leave that to the experts as I see each day. So check out Shadow Trader, Market Profile, James Dalton, the great books out there, or just the daily trend of the Shadow Trader as he posts each morning his market profile analysis, and start to understand how each day or the bigger picture plays into one another. As far as this Jedi Trader, what am I looking at? Well, I'm looking at daily gaps. That's first of all. ES closing out its daily gap down here, 24.3250. So its price action's moving down, and you're looking for some type of level that it might be a level of concern. There it was today, 32.50 downside, closes out. YM not so lucky, still sitting down here. 338 is the next open gap. In NQ, vavoom, look at that divergence there. NQ gets the lift, YM and ES perhaps waiting on the NQ to catch up, get back up to those all-time highs. We'll see what happens as we rolling out the month of June and really entering those summer days of trading. All right, we still have that downside gap here at 0725. Take a look at the AD lines again. Same picture played itself out. NISS, NYSE, downside. YM, downside and flat across. Again, YM didn't get as much movement. ES here, again, similar picture, downtrend momentum. However, opposite picture on the NQ as there it was. Great move after a couple loss setups here. Trying to get the market to move. Finally get your move up here to the AD line 70. Almost the 70 and really never went ahead. All right, let's jump into some of the charts here. The NQ, actually, hang on a second. Let's take a look at the big pick first of all for the full session. Then we'll get into some of the minor zoomed in pictures that we're taking along the session here today. That's when I was talking about the NQ here. What you got? Full session, 15 tick chart. We have a lot of chop. I do not have the Globex picture here. Yes, I do. There we go. Let me start with that. So that was your NQ pre-market, actually. NQ pre-market, beautiful setup. First question, where are the bars? Where are the Heikin-Ashi bars? Are they above or below the cloud? That's the first question. Second, are they in trend? What does it mean to look in trend? Solid body tail up, or is it indecision? If it's solid body tail up, you got yourself a trend. Where is it in relation to bar number 2 down here? That's the 534 overlay from another chart. Looks good. It's in the green. Great. How about even better confirmation? 5144. Is it in the green? If it's not, it doesn't mean that it's not a valid setup. It just means even a better setup when everything's in sync like over here. So there you go. NQ pre-market. And to add, the T3 moving averages, Tim Tilson's moving average crossover in sync. Couldn't ask for a better setup. Yeah, I can. If everything was exactly in sync, it took about 3-4 bars down the road. But there you go, price action, and from here it's all about trade management. Deep tails, not fun, especially today, but price action lifts, pulls back, gives yourself an opportunity to bring that stop up, and then re-entry number 2, moving average crossovers, solid Heikin-Ashi bars upside, everything in sync, and you're back upside. You could have even entered a little bit earlier before the moving average crossover per your wish, if that's your trading plan, and price action simply moving to the upside. All right, so that's your NQ pre-session setup. Then what we get into is we get into the NQ here, September contract, and we get nothing but several opportunities here on a 15-tick chart. Solid Heikin-Ashi bar, tail up, re-entry, failure number 1, failure number 2. All right, finally, you might have gotten a move here, might have gotten stopped out on the long tail, so we'll call that break even. And then there you go. There's your next solid body tail up. That's setup number 3. If you had your stop at the swing low here or the swing low, you might have almost been taken out here. So failure number 3. So you can see already the NQ was just struggling this morning to get things going. Very and divergent to the ES. And when we talk about divergence, that's what I'm talking about. All right, this is post 40 minutes. NQ's trying to make a move, but we got momentum upside, and we got the ES and the Y. ES is just, look at the indecision bars here, waiting on the crude call, and then YM is sitting already downside. So we're not exactly running in one direction. All right, finally, to make up for some of that loss this morning, you can finally get a breakout here, price action to the upside, and that's where that AD line hit that 70 bell. And then voila, pre-Euro close, market starts to come back down, and you're like, I'm only staying with the bigger picture today. So NQ struggled through the PM session, time after time, setup after setup. At least on the 15-tick chart, this was either a day to scalp, sit out the PM session, or simply have a really deep pullback and see if you can get a run all the way up to that target that we were looking at for today. I'm going to show you a different chart that might have kept you in there. So nothing easy on the NQ today. Small pockets, some losses, but you were able to make up some of that. I don't know if you walked away with a lot, but at least some opportunities. Just get right back into it and look for the move upside. ES a little bit smoother to the downside. Here we go. Solid Heikin Ashi bars. Where are they? Underneath the 51.44. Is the 534 in sync? Absolutely. How the moving average is doing? They're crossing over. Good setup. Yes. In caution here because it's not in sync with the 51.44 because it's not red. All right. As long as it's green, the trend is still up. But if price action is down, you got yourself an opportunity to the downside. Deep pullback, not fun. Re-entry. Pullback, almost to the setup. Not fun either. So ESPM session didn't pan out as well at the end. Same picture, divergence on the YM. There it is. Beautiful golden star setup right there. Solid Heikin Ashi bar. It closes. Where are you? Underneath the cloud? Yes. Everything else in sync? Yes. Moving averages crossed over? Absolutely. Called it out. I said, why are we trading the NQ? Let's get on the YM. YM much better. Trading down. So if you're trading the YM today, that was your move on the index. All right, let's go back here. We talked about the NQ pre-market. Beautiful run. There's your consolidation. That's a 10-tick chart. So you can see on the 15-tick chart, you didn't give as much the possibility of a move, but the 10-tick might have given you a little bit more opportunity to at least scalp or get that move to break even. I would not have, and I raised the caution of waiting for the moving average crossover. It might have been too much delayed as the crossover came over here. As long as, look, if you got everything in sync, all three charts in green, all right, it's a little bit more risky, not much. I mean, as far as this strategy is concerned, you got a lot of things in your favor. So take the entry down here on the closer of the solid Heikin Ashi bar and at least get that stop to break even. All right, so there was your move. We talked about the divergence. NQ post 90 minutes finally got that pop there on the 10-tick chart. And overall, very impressed. NQ, here was the 5-minute overlay. That was the overnight move, but that's not where I called that 57.81 because this morning NQ MML was not sitting up here at 57.81. So I went ahead and pulled up the 10-minute chart. That's where I saw it this morning. So you got your entry off the MML lows if you're trading the Globex. Market open. I told you nothing easy. This is a 15-tick chart. But if you were able to hold on that deep pullback, wherever that stop might have been for you, and maybe even got stopped out here, you got back in off of 57.42 as I was watching that this morning, and you simply rode that up all the way up to 57.81. Not a bad move. So today, something to think about. Bigger time frame. You see that MML? I called that out this morning, 81.25 in the trading room. I thought at some point we were getting up there right here. I saw it right here. I saw it right here. What did we do? We didn't even get it until the last hour of the session, last hour and a half or so. So there's your NQ move for the day. All right, CL. We talked about CL. Here was your setup on the crude. You got your crude oil draw. Nice move upside. That was on the release. Crude ended up making it all the way down. There is on the dots. Those are your soft trails. Hard trails are the solid blue lines here. Again, on the harder pullbacks. 2 Heikin Ashi bars, indecision, green bars, bring your stop, bring your stop, bring your stop, and you're stopped out here down at the lows. All right, so there was your crude. So I'll give it to crude today for the trend chart of the day. All right, let's jump into ES as we roll into tonight's session. ES struggling around that 10 EMA. We talked about at the beginning of the week, market momentum on the technical momentum outlook. Got to get above that 10 EMA, chase those all-time highs or else be ready for the pullback, and it seems we're consolidating right here at the 10 exponential moving average. So for tonight and tomorrow, watch for the zone low. Watch for the 50 EMA. If we can't hold up here, as the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement was broken today, so I got to take that. I got to take that trend away. Even though, and we're struggling now below the T340 momentum right now on the ES is favorably sitting to the downside. Even though the bigger picture is still to the upside. Anything upside, we'll be looking back up to about 24.53, but we got to break above that 10 EMA first. Take a look at the NQ. Zone high, zone low. Relentless. Beginning of the week, what did we say? That's right. We got to get above that 10 EMA. We failed yesterday, but we found support. MML low, 50 SMA, and we're back upside, headed towards the zone high. Now, beautiful picture here. I want to point this out here. NQ. Not only did we have a fib retracement all the way down to 61.8 that held, but now we throw in, let's get rid of the fib. So there's your fib drawing.
Yes,
all right.
short.
And we get a bounce off the 10-minute MML, regain above the moving average, regain above the 51.44, and whether you're watching the smaller intraday chart on the 10 or 15 tick, this is a 50 tick flex Renko, right? That's where you got to deal with those long bars. Those aren't fun. 68 down to about 52. Not many traders intraday ready to sit on something like that. So once that bar closes, you're back in and you're looking for that 57.81. So it's about splicing in on the smaller time frame to get in on a bigger time frame, and that's exactly what you had there. And it just depends on what time frame you watch. Maybe intraday trading is not for you. Maybe you want the bigger time frame, 50 tick range chart, price action from the MML low to the upside. There you go. You got yourself a strategy on a beautiful chart. So pick your chart, pick your time frame, and there's the move. Hey, watch for tomorrow, both directions. Watch for the pullback, 10 EMA. Anything higher, we're chasing those all-time highs as well, and we'll evaluate on the overnight session as well and see where price action went. Got to get that ES and YM back in trend. All right, YM zone high, zone low. We're honing around that 10 exponential moving average. Watching for the T34 backside, 50% pullback will be around 240, which would put us just at the lows of the zone low on the YM. So any pullback, that's where I'll be looking to in this range right here, T34 down to 50%. See if the 10 EMA can hold. If it does, I'll be looking back up to 484 for tomorrow. Hey guys, it's midweek. Just a quick shout out to crude. As we know, the downtrend, hopefully some support down here on the crude. We do have lower open gaps still to chase, but we've closed out two of them the last couple days. But bigger momentum still sitting downside on the 50 tick. So there's one clear trend right now on the crude, and we are holding downside as we hold below all key moving averages. But we're watching the MML low down here. 42.19 to about 40.63 will be the zone I'll be looking at for the remainder of the week. Anything back upside, look to 45.31. And finally, GC holding underneath. Momentum's downside on the gold as 61.8 is breached today, so we can go ahead and get rid of that Fibonacci retracement after reject resistance here up to T340. Momentum on the gold, like the crude, find support off the MML level here off the zone low at 1242.2. Watch anything lower to 1236.3. Back upside, look for the resistance at the 10 and the 50 up to 1257.8. All right, Jedi traders, there's your numbers as I see them each day in the charts. Looking ahead, economic calendar tomorrow as we start rolling out here towards the end of the June month, second quarter. We've already finished our June contract on the futures, but yet to roll out still here the next at least a week on the June month for Q2. So jobless claims out tomorrow, Red Star event. We got Fed speakers, leading indicators, and T-notes tomorrow, as well as we roll out the week, two Red Star events on Friday. All right, Jedi traders, that concludes today's insight into the daily trend for the key futures markets and charts that I see each day. Feel free to stop by here at Trading Fibs or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. You know my mantra, one simple strategy, any chart, any market, any time frame will keep you disciplined. There it is. It's the simple questions each day. Where are the Heikin Ashi bars in relation to the cloud? Am I in sync with my other studies? If I'm in sync with all of them, even stronger probability just doesn't mean that it's 100% of the time going to work out. Hey guys, you can find me every day on Twitter here at Trading Fibs, where you can obtain those intraday tweets and charts as I post them out each day. I keep my bias out of the market. I leave the crystal ball to the experts, and I only watching the charts that are in front of me each day, being ready for both directions. Hey guys, if you're interested in joining us, our community of like-minded traders as I see it, I take the time afterwards. I take these extensive reviews instead of taking out just 3 minutes to show you, hey, this worked out, this didn't. I want to still educate you every day. So if you want to see that happening every day, feel free to email me, David at Trading Fibs. You may join us any Thursday or Friday to see those live setups as they happen in the trading room. Also, if you're interested, check out my YouTube channel, Murray Math Levels and Heikin Ashi Bars. Going ahead and reviewing those levels as I see them and how I interpret them. And if you've been watching this long enough, you know exactly what I'm looking for. Today, again, great tag up there, 57.81.25, but very difficult to get in on something and hold it just based on trade management. All right, it is summer here finally. So wishing you all a great summer. Hopefully there'll be some better pockets of trend, but again, whoever knows what will happen in the marketplace. So until then, have yourselves a blue zone day. My name is David at Trading Fibs, wishing you all a good day, a good night, and good trading to you.